Hi, my name is Tom Naatz. I'm a third-year law student, and I am a citizen lawyer. I'm a 3L here at W&M Law, originally from Rockville, Maryland. Did my undergrad at the University of Notre Dame. I came here after working in Washington, D.C. for 2 years, for about 6 to 8 months as a consultant, and then for about a year and a half as a special assistant in the Department of Homeland Security. And the reason that I came to W&M Law is twofold, actually. So I've always had law in the back of my mind because I always like to tell people I was raised by the best lawyer I know, my mom. So that was always sort of in the back of my mind. But while I was at DHS, I did a lot of work with a lot of policymakers and a lot of lawyers in their Office of General Counsel. One of the main reasons I came here is as I was looking at various law schools, is that this law school felt like it had the most community-centered and collegial environment of the schools I was looking at, and that was something that mattered a lot to me as a prospective law student. Yeah, so I would absolutely recommend W&M Law for somebody looking to come to law school. This is a really unique law school for a few reasons. I think obviously where it is sort of in the cradle of the United States is a really interesting place to study law. But at a more practical level, I think the main thing that I would recommend to people about this school is the professors that we have. I can say, I've been here for 2.5 years. I've taken a couple dozen classes. I have not had one bad professor the entire time that I've been here. I'm pursuing a concentration in international law here at the law school. So as I mentioned in the earlier question, I come from the world of sort of the national security space. I worked at DHS for a little while before coming to law school, and that's a space I would like to return to. The law school is a couple different academic concentrations you can follow, and I'm pursuing the international concentration. So I'd like to do something international law focused, related to the law of nations, international criminal law, that kind of thing. I really feel that a citizen lawyer is the type of lawyer who's in the legal profession to help other people out. So I think of W&M Law as the first law school in the country, and I think about some of the lawyers that we have educated, Thomas Jefferson, John Marshall. They're taught by George Wythe, who's another one of the founding fathers, and I sort of think of them as sort of the baseline. These are the sort of guys who dedicated their lives to public service and service of the country. So I think I can't think of the term without thinking of them, but I also think about all my classmates and friends who are going into public interest jobs, who work at clinic, helping with pro bono clients. One of the biggest clubs we have here is the Public Service Fund, which raises money for students who are pursuing those opportunities that are unpaid. And I think for me, that's what being a citizen lawyer is. It really is sort of being a lawyer who wants to build up a community, build up the country, sort of is in it for public spirited reasons. The Public Service Fund is a student-run organization that raises money for people who are doing internships in the summer that are not paid. So a lot of these internships with prosecutor's office, public defenders, judges, legal aid organizations, they don't have the resources to pay their interns. And for a lot of people, that is prohibitive. So the organization, I think, was founded in the late 1980s by Dean Kaplan, who just retired, who was really great, a great pillar of the school. So what the organization does is we hold events throughout the school year to raise money for those students. And it's just a really worthy organization that does a lot of really important work that, again, allows people to work in internships they might not otherwise be able to afford. My 1L year, I actually benefited from a PSF stipend. I interned for a judge, and that it basically allowed me to do that. I would not have been able to do that otherwise. So it's really important. I don't remember the exact amount of money that PSF raised every year, but I think last year it was in the ballpark of $100,000. Moot court is one of, I think we have I think it's 5 competition teams at the law school here that basically simulate real world legal settings. So moot court is the appellate advocacy team, basically, where you go to competitions and you argue an appellate case as if you're arguing in the Supreme Court. So it's been a really great experience, and the reason I really like it is that it's not only oral advocacy, but actually an equal part of your score. And every moot court competition is actually the written brief beforehand. So I love to write. That's another reason that I wanted to be a lawyer. I would hope to be back in the DC area working for either one of these one of the national security organizations or one of the international relations focused federal agencies, State Department, Homeland Security, USAID, one of those. Hi, my name is Tom Naatz. I'm a third year law student and I am a citizen lawyer.